Yeah, welcome back to the show. Sergeant Richard Lloyd, Public Information Officer for the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office. And with me today, I have Sheriff Bob Johnson. Sir, welcome.
Hey, I'm glad to be back.
How many? I lost count. How many?
I don't know. I'm not counting either.
6.
Yeah.
Just glad you're here, sir.
Yeah,
Got
me
a lot
too.
of stuff to talk about. Let's get right to it. Our hot topics. We've had the National Drive Sober and
I may need to give you a
I
field
messed it
sobriety
up.
test right now. We may
Drive-
need to just go ahead and start the finger to nose test.
Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign that was successfully completed by our deputies. We had 165 hours of DUI enforcement. They went above and beyond their normal work hours. I can't talk.
I think
today.
I'm going to talk today, and you just sit over there and make
I
sure
will.
your hair gel doesn't do anything, okay? All right, Saturday,
yes.
9/28, Santa Rosa Sheriff's deputies participated in a rib eating contest at the Texas Roadhouse. Now, you want to talk about having to be physically fit. I mean, that's like running a marathon almost, the rib eating
It's tough.
contest. So we lost because when you go up against firemen and anything to do with eating, you're going to lose. I mean, it's just, that's the way that goes.
Yeah.
Hey, vehicle burglaries. That's a weird topic, isn't it?
Here?
Yeah, did we have any vehicle burglaries? Did we? A couple?
Couple?
One or two? Were any of them unlocked, perhaps?
Yes. Yes.
It's my shocked
Shock.
face.
Shock.
I don't even know what to say to that.
But this one was a little bit different. So we had multiple vehicle burglaries up in Pace. There was a theft of a trailer and all kinds of different things. And this one individual apparently decided that while he was breaking into one of the cars, he dropped his cell phone.
I love those guys.
Into the stolen vehicle.
Man, I just, thank you. Thank you. We appreciate that.
That's how we found out who he was, and he got arrested.
And that's why currently there is a no vacancy sign at the Milton Hilton because it's full right now. So
Wow. We don't see those very often, but here's a mugshot we'll show Christopher Sean Nelson.
thanks, Chris. You're the man.
I'm at a loss of words. Other than just lock your car, because these are unlocked vehicles.
But on another note, Chris, I'm just saying you may want to pick another line of work because as a criminal, you're pretty bad at it. So I'm just saying.
Wow.
Okay, next topic.
Lock it or lose it.
Oh, yeah.
You received I love this. This is great.
This made my day.
So you received a visit from 3-year-old Dempsey McCarthy.
I did.
This is awesome. So tell the story, Sheriff.
So apparently on the way to daycare every morning, she passes my big billboard there on Highway 90 in Milton where I'm talking about lock it or lose it. And she makes the comment to her parents that she wants to meet me. And she does that every single morning. So finally the parents are like, oh, okay. So they bring her by my office and she comes in and she is the cutest little thing I've ever seen. It reminded me of my daughter when she was that age. Yeah. And it was great. We gave her some toys, a stuffed animal and some other stuff. And that just makes your morning right there. That makes the whole rest of the day not matter.
That was
once you have that.
Awesome. And she was so articulate.
Oh, she was.
Just talking and explaining how important you were to her. That was
awesome. Oh, my goodness. It was great. That just made my entire day.
How did that make you feel as a law enforcement officer?
It's really great, and especially to the parents. I mean, a lot of parents out there, we go out to eat and stuff, and we'll be sitting there in uniform, and we hear this so often. You better act right, or that man's going to get you. And it's, it just aggravates us because we want kids to be able to run to us if there's a problem. And if their parents are sitting here saying they're going to get you, like we're the boogeyman or something, I mean, they're not going to come to us if they need us when they're little. So, stuff like that. And the parents, great parents, they brought her in, and we had a great time. We got to show her some pictures of the dogs and gave her some toys, and it was just a good time.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Great time. So if you haven't visited, another topic is if you haven't visited our Facebook page, our crime prevention vehicle is running for a best graphics contest. Go on our Facebook page and just like it. And there's the vehicle. Did a lot of work to that, and it's all wrapped up. And Sheriff, you see what the back says?
I do. Yeah.
Always lock it up. Always lock your car. It's very important. That's a great vehicle for us, and it's a great way for us to promote the fact that that little button is all you got to do.
Then the big story.
Yes. Now, you had a real big day today.
I did.
You did.
When the Attorney General comes to see you from Tallahassee, that's a big day.
She drove all the way down.
She did.
How about telling us about that again?
So, I'm sure everybody's seen it because I don't know how many millions of hits it got on our Facebook page, but it was a ton. Our bloodhounds located a 3-year-old special needs child who had wandered off in the woods. And, there's a picture of Lenzo, one of our bloodhound officers, bringing him out of the woods. He was all scratched up, but he was okay. And I tell Rich this all the time, and he knows this too, that, you know, if you have a story with a dog or a kid in it, it goes crazy.
Yes.
If both of them are in it, it went off the charts. So that picture went viral. We were getting inquiries from European news outlets. It just went all over the place, and it was a great story. So she came out here, Ashley Moody, our Attorney General, came out here and gave our bloodhounds an award because she saw the story as well, and it's called Back the Blue Award. She said this is the first time it's ever gone to a four-legged law enforcement officer. So we're pretty pleased that she came out to visit us today. That was awesome.
And those were the dogs. If you guys don't remember the story, is we had the canine naming contest.
Oh, yeah.
And the citizens named them Copper and Zinc, and they were cute little pups, and now they're big.
Yeah, they are. But, you know, they're still only a year and 2 months old, so that technically they're still puppies.
Yes.
But they're a lot bigger than they were. Oh, boy. And let me tell you, all they live for is to track. We were out trying to catch a criminal in Milton out by the dump off Delisa the other day. And we were out there, and I got to see them firsthand. As soon as their nose hits the ground, they don't pull their head up, and they go until they find the person. And, of course, it worked that day, too. So they're just awesome.
Yeah, it's really neat to see. For those that don't really see the back end of this, is that we got the two handlers that work those canines, and they are always, and I see them running up and down Highway 90 and 87, exercising even with the dogs.
They do. They run, and they'll run 3 or 4 miles with them at one time. And I'm like, that is really cool.
Yeah, so if you see them out there running with the dog, give them a little beep with the horn. They get really excited about that.
Oh, yeah.
We got some cool weather approaching, and
I hope.
But we're not at a hurricane season just yet.
Hurricane season goes all the way to the end of November. Now, I don't remember us ever in Knockwood ever getting hit by one in November, but we've had a couple of October ones that were real bummers. So, yeah, we're not out of the woods yet, and, of course, it's still so hot now. It's crazy. It's in the 90s again, and we're coming up on mid-October, and it feels like August. So
what's the saying? First 72?
First 72 are on you. So have enough water and supplies to last you 3 days until help can get there.
Right.
That's the way that works.
Sheriff, let's do this. Go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with more information for you.
Awesome.
Have you ever laid in bed and wonder what your future is going to be like? I do, and I often wonder what it's like to be a deputy. How would I look in a uniform? What's on that belt? What's the car look like inside? Who would I work with? What's it like to help others in need? What's it like to fight crime? One day, I'm gonna know.
It's a dream come true to become a deputy for Santa Rosa County. It was one of my goals I had in life, try and become a deputy before age 30, and I did it. I always wanted a brother. Now I have a ton of brothers. You know, we're always having each other's backs. And that's that kind of close-knit family that you just can't get in any other kind of job. I'm patrolling Paradise. I work where people come to vacation, and that's amazing.
3, 2. And welcome back. We're going to continue with some stuff.
First off, that commercial you just saw, that deputy on there, the female deputy, say her last name.
I can't. I'm sorry. I've tried so many times. I just call her Loha. Can you say it?
Well, I call her Loha too, but it's Loha Ron Arenovich. 17 letters in her last name. Yeah. But let me tell you, she is an awesome deputy.
She is. She's great.
Yes,
and,
she is.
I need to have her teach me how to say it.
Yeah, good luck.
Yes.
You can't even talk the first segment.
I don't know why I'm
how are
having
you
a
going to say
problem
her
today.
last name?
Yeah. I'll get it for the next show.
Okay.
Sheriff, I want to commend you and your staff. You went on a really cool trip down to receive an award.
We did. So we're accredited on the law enforcement and the jail side. And basically what that means is people, every 3 to 4 years, people from outside our agency come in and examine our policies, procedures, interview our people on the road, back in the jail, even interview inmates. And they put us through the ringer, and then you get accredited. Well, in this case, we got re-accredited in the jail, which is, I think, was our Excelsior, which means you had 4 accreditations in a row with no issues whatsoever. And then we got re-accredited on the law enforcement side, and it was a great thing, and I want to thank all the deputies out there and all the civilians, all the employees out there that helped us with that. It's really good. And I sit on the commission for the corrections accreditation. So if we would have messed that up, that would have been embarrassing. That would have been bad.
Explain to the folks why accreditation is so important for us.
Well, it helps in a couple of areas, but the main place that it helps us is like in lawsuits. If you have a policy and procedure in place for everything that you think may happen, and your deputies follow that to the letter, it makes it really difficult for people to sue you and win. I mean, we get sued a lot. We get sued for whatever, but very few people win against us because we're accredited and we have these outside agencies looking at us to make sure we're doing everything correctly. So it's a pretty hair-raising experience, not for me, but for Rich. And they come in and examine everything about your agency. I mean, everything. They look at expiration dates on your stuff in first aid kits in the trunk of a car, and they'll just pick a car at random and do that. So, I mean, they really, really rake you over the coals, but it makes you a better agency. So
it does. And the bottom line for your average citizen is you're dealing with a professional law enforcement agency, B, top-notch when it comes to education, experience, and training.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And the fact that we go above and beyond other agencies to make sure that we do everything top-notch.
Right. And getting accredited it's like I said, it's a long, drawn-out procedure. But, you know, once you get it done and you maintain those policies and procedures and you keep doing what you're doing, it's not that bad when they come and re-accreditate you. So it's not too bad.
And thank you also to Wayne Enrican from the law enforcement standpoint.
Yes.
He's our accreditation director.
He is. And then on the jail side, it's Mac. I love Mac back in the jail.
Sergeant Mac. She's awesome.
Yeah, Mac Williams. She knows everything about that jail inside and out. So it was a great day for us.
Yes. I'm hungry.
Well, you should have been here the other day when an anonymous donor gave us 40 pizzas, and we had to take them out to all the districts and stuff. And we don't even know who did this, but thank you. If you're watching, thank you very much for donating those, and they went pretty fast.
Yes. So we had this guy. I think it's a guy. I don't know if it's a girl or guy. I just said it.
We don't know who it is.
And this person says, we're going to send you 40 pizzas for your entire staff. Yeah. Wow. Well, for us, you got to think, from our end, it's kind of monumental because now we have to deliver these.
Yeah.
So we had all 40 come to us, and then we had to get some staff to take them out to the other staff members. And every single person at Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office had a lunch and a meal during that time frame.
Because of that person.
Thank you.
Yes.
Whoever you are. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, buddy.
Yes. Next up.
Okay. Are we doing the starting pay for dispatchers, or did I skip a page?
We got 4 minutes. Let's talk about the Gulf Breeze death investigation at the press conference.
Yeah, that was a bummer. Basically, back, I guess, last Wednesday, a guy flies in from Norway to say happy birthday to his father-in-law. His father-in-law is a retired ranger, a gun owner like me and like you. I mean, he flies in from Norway, and unbeknownst to him, prior that evening, he flew in at 11 o'clock, got to the house at 11:30, but at about 9 o'clock or 9:30 earlier in that same night, a relative comes over and starts pounding on the front door, and the resident comes out front, gets in a little argument, sends him on his way. Now fast forward another 2.5 hours, the back door, now he has a fenced-in backyard, so somebody had to climb a fence to get to his back door. They're pounding on his back door. He's thinking it sounds like the same pounding from the front door, so he gets his gun. It's 11:30 at night. He steps out the back door, and his son-in-law jumps out of the bushes making a growling noise and startles him. He gets off one shot. Unfortunately, it's to his heart. He dies instantly right there in the backyard. Horrible, horrible thing because, you know, we interview everybody when it comes to a homicide, obviously, and everybody we talked to said that those two guys, they loved each other. It was like his son, not son-in-law. And obviously he loved his father-in-law because he flies all the way from Norway for his birthday. And it just ended up tragic experience. And, you know, pray for that family because they're going to need it.
And when I first heard about the story and as the day went on, it just got sadder and sadder from all the details. And we really, there's some things we just can't get into. That obviously because of the case, but it is absolutely heart-wrenching, you know, the whole situation. And Sheriff, a question that I get a lot of is what could have been done differently by the person that lived in the home. Looking
at the guy who actually pulled the trigger, I don't know that anything else could have been done. I mean, this is definitely not on him. You're pounding on somebody's door at 11:30 at night after you climb a fence to get in the backyard, and you're pounding on the door, and then you hide in the bushes and jump out. I mean, if you want to surprise somebody, if I fly in from Norway to surprise somebody, I'm gonna go to the front door, ring the doorbell, and go, "Hey, I'm here from Norway." I mean, that still would surprise them. But jumping out of the bushes, I don't have an answer for that, and I don't want to second guess the homeowner. You jump out, and after pounding on the door at 11:30,
and being startled from another event
earlier. So it was just like the perfect storm. And as I said before, pray for that family because they need it.
Yes,
for
absolutely. Sure. Open positions, Sheriff. We got some open positions we need to talk about.
We do.
So right now we're currently hiring dispatchers. Awesome people. Dispatchers, we need 5 of them. Patrol, we have dozen and a half, maybe 2 dozen patrol officers we're looking for. Right. Detention, about 5. So we still have a hiring incentive program. But let's do this, because that part is really, we want to make sure we explain it, and we're looking at some dollars and cents. Sheriff, I need you to kind of expand on it, but let's do this. Go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Okay, sir, this is a citation for speed. However, I did give you your break, but you need to do me a favor, slow on down, just because of the fact that, it is dangerous out here speeding right here. So do me a favor, slow down. Whoa! Slowing down. Whoa! Wow. That's the reason why you got to have a move-over law in effect to save somebody's life.
Hi, I'm Santa Rosa County Sheriff Bob Johnson, asking you to please remember to move over so all of us can come home safely.
From that first day when I started hearing stories about what law enforcement actually, entailed, I was hooked. I'm very involved with, being on the SWAT team. It's my niche, if you will. I take pride in what I do. And my wife grew up in Santa Rosa County. I have, 2 children, 1 on the way. I try to be the best husband and father I can be. Hopefully at the end of the day, it'll make me a better cop as well.
I am Michael Ramirez, and I am proud to be a Santa Rosa County Deputy Sheriff.
Welcome back to the show. Our favorite part of the show is the wanted fugitives, and these individuals are wanted as of 10/9/19. The show is pre-recorded, so by the time you see this, it's going to be a couple days. So just keep that in mind. Sheriff, let's get started.
Okay, you're first.
All right, first is Nathan Maurice Polite. And Nathan is wanted for cruelty towards a child, abuse of the child without great bodily harm, domestic violence, tampering, 3rd-degree felony proceeding, and battery. Domestic violence. Nathan is a white male, 31 years of age. He's approximately 5'7", 140 pounds, brown hair and brown eyes, and he's considered violent.
Next up on the hit parade, Quentin Lewis Blake Merrill. Quentin is wanted for a violation of probation for drugs, sale, manufacture, deliver 2 counts. He's a white male, 22 years old. He's 6'2", 160, with blonde hair and brown eyes.
And next up is going to be Carrie Ann Broxson. So Carrie is wanted for an order revoking bond, willfully defrauding urine drug testing. Carrie's wanted, she's a white female, 41 years of age, 5'5", 150 pounds, with brown hair and hazel eyes.
Whitney Shaw Barnes. Whitney is wanted for order revoking bond for fleeing and elude law enforcement with lights and siren active, driving while license suspended, resist officer with violence, possession of marijuana not more than 20 grams. White male and is 34 years old. He's approximately 6'1", 220 with brown hair and green eyes.
And next up is Elizabeth Marie
Constantino.
Yes. Thanks, Sheriff. Elizabeth is wanted for a violation of probation, possession of controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia, tampering with evidence. Elizabeth is a white female, 37 years of age, 5'10", 195 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes.
And if by some chance we got your name wrong, please come see us. We will correct it.
Yes.
Next up, Zachary Ryan Catt. Zachary is wanted for violation of probation, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. Zachary is a white male and is 28 years old. He's approximately 5'6", 190 with brown hair and blue eyes, and he's considered violent.
And next up is Tony Lee Busby. Tony is wanted for a failure to appear, DUI, and damage of property, leaving the scene of a crash involving damaged property, Order revoking bond, failure to comply with substance abuse counseling, first-degree theft, less than $300. And Tony's a white female, 43 years of age, 5'3", 160 pounds, brown hair, and blue eyes.
Maurice Levicus Costello Jr. Maurice is wanted for a failure to appear, commit felony battery, causing great bodily harm, permanent disability, or disfigurement. Maurice is a black male and is 18 years old. He's approximately 5'11", 160 with black hair and brown eyes.
And next up is Rachel Ann Anderson. And Rachel is wanted for failure to appear, possession of controlled substance without a prescription, possession and or use of drug equipment. Rachel is a white female, 35 years of age, approximately 5'4", 120 pounds. She's got that red hair going on, maybe different colors, and blue underneath, and she also has blue eyes. And she's also considered violent. And Sheriff, before you continue to the next one, that person coming up was arrested just moments before we got here.
So I don't have to do that one?
So you don't have to do that one.
Thank goodness. Look at that last name.
Yeah, I can't pronounce it.
Ooh,
so
I got saved.
Yes, and you know, Crime Stoppers works because that individual we highlighted on our Facebook page at the beginning of the week, and we had some tips that came in, and that individual, who's a very violent offender, ended up getting arrested off Crime Stopper tip. So
nice. Somebody got some money.
Up to $3,000 is what it's up to. So if you contact Crime Stoppers, 437-STOP or srccs.com or the P3 app, you could be eligible for up to $3,000. Sheriff, what would you do with $3,000 right now?
$3,000 right now? I'd probably buy something for my new truck I got. I don't know, something like that. Yeah. You know, I say that, but my wife would get it, and then I would not.
Did nothing for the truck.
Yeah, it wouldn't be for the truck. It wouldn't be like that.
So deputy pay, we got this incentive bonus program going on. So there is a caveat to that. It is while supplies last. I've always wanted to say that on TV, while supplies last. So the way that this works generally is $500. It's a one-time hiring bonus. $1,500 at the completion of your probation period.
For a total of $2,000.
So that's your probation's over within a year.
Right.
So that's some good cash.
Right.
2 years experience. Now your starting pay for a new deputy is $40,268 with zero experience. So that's base pay.
3+ years experience is $43,617.
Yes, that's good pay, because obviously if you're going to come with us with experience,
yep,
you're going to be bumped up a bit.
And then also you get, if you have 2 years experience or more, you get $1,500 at the time of hire and $1,500 at completion of probationary period, for a total of $3,000. So
that's good.
That's pretty good. When I got hired, it was like $17,000 to start, and they said, hey, here's your uniform, car, and everything, and hey, have a good time.
What year?
That was a bonus I got. Santa Rosa, 1993, civilian law enforcement, 1987, military law enforcement, 1982.
I was still in high school.
That's a good one. Next.
Dispatchers. So there's also a little bit of extra incentive for dispatchers. So if you have any experience, you come to us with 1 year experience, $500 bonus, $1,500 upon completion of probation. And if you have 2 years experience, you're looking at $1,500 at the time of hire and $1,500 at the time of completion, which is $3,000.
Yes.
It's like calling in a Crime Stoppers.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's a great incentive. Sheriff, how are we getting this money?
I believe Heather with HR told me it's a one-time, I think $50,000 is what we got, and we got it. I won't say free because that sounds bad, but it's like a grant, I think, or something like that. So we have $50,000 to spend, and as he said before, when it runs out, it runs out. Yeah. So the bonus I got when I got to the sheriff's office was, they said, hey, you don't have to buy your handcuffs. We got an extra set, and they gave them to me. Nice. That was my bonus. I was all excited.
That's cool.
I was like, still have the same pair too, by the way.
You do really?
Do, yeah.
They work?
I put more people in jail than you do, so let's don't even go there. Okay?
Ooh, I don't know. I just had one not too long ago.
Is there somebody run into you?
No. Wow.
Okay. Who gave them to you? Was it a deputy on the road? Say, hey.
No, I actually pulled somebody over. They had a warrant, that kind of stuff.
A warrant.
I do traffic stops.
I know you do.
I do a lot.
Okay. Next subject.
The deputy sign-on bonus is available to currently certified law enforcement officers only, so you have to make sure that you have your certificate. And if you have any questions at all, She's going to kill me, but I'm going to say call Heather at 850-983-1201, and she will answer all of your questions. She's probably one of the most intelligent person when it comes to this stuff. She just rattles it off like
She does.
and she's really good at it. So thank you, Heather, for all you do. Here's a great story. Welcome back, Deputy Matt Robinson.
Yeah, let me tell you. Matt Robinson is back out of school. He's working at a school in the South End now. He was the SRO at Milton High School. He had a stroke while on the bus ramp. And let me tell you, that was a scary day.
Yes.
He couldn't move. He couldn't speak. He was in the emergency room. I was there with him, and he couldn't talk or anything. And we were so scared. But he went through some rehabilitation, and he is back 100%. Qualified on the range, ran the PAT test, did everything he needed to do, and now he's an SRO at school in Navarre.
Yep. Doing great. And thank you, Matt, for coming back, sticking in there. You know how difficult it was, and we're just glad to see him. And I just gave him a big hug when I saw him. He's that kind of guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He's a great guy. And, you know, that's one person I've never heard a bad word about. I mean, every once in a while with deputies, you'll hear, oh, he did this. I've never heard that about him. He's always been, you know.
Great guy.
Yeah.
We want to offer a great opportunity. Sheriff Johnson allows this, and that's a ride-along program. Visit our website under the program tag. If you ever had any interest in law enforcement, or you're a citizen that is wanting to know how we do things, you can come out and just fill out the paperwork. Go to our website. It's under the program tab. It says ride along. Fill out the paperwork. Send it in. You can come right along with us. And I definitely want to hit the last thing here on the list, Sheriff, which is really important.
Yeah, 2 promotions. I promoted 2 people. One, Colonel Tift. He was Major Tift, and now he's Colonel Tift. He runs our jail. And well deserved. You know, the governor was trying to steal him from me to run DOC, and I was like, no, not going to happen. And then Assistant Chief Tucker. So we have a chief deputy, Joe McCurdy, who is getting ready to retire here shortly, and he's got a lot of leave to burn. So I promoted Shane Tucker to Assistant Chief. So when Joe's out burning leave, Shane will be the chief deputy.
Another guy you never hear anything bad about.
Yep.
Congratulations to both of you. Very well deserved. And Sheriff, we'll try to hit you up on the next show.
Yeah, good luck. Hopefully I can make it.
And we'll see you guys next time. Take care.